Good morning, friends and family. Hey, working on a video here to where we have a similar or similarities of firearms with a new release. It's out of Turkey. It's called the Ranger Arms Ra9. It's a nice gun here. You can see it. And they're comparing it to the SAR9. I would say, just off of the build. By the way, these guns are empty. Clear them. As far as the trigger guard and size, front and rear serrations. I'm gonna go over the specs of each firearm and get back with you. All right. Ranger Ra9. It comes in wide range colors. You got black, camo, army green, field draft, or the field desert color, and they have the USA flag and more. I haven't seen them, but they are out or soon to be released. 17 rounds. Frame is polymer. Capacity 17 rounds. Overall length 7.55 inches. The height slightly over 5.5, 5.66. The weight is in kilograms, 0.835 kilograms. The width 1.25. Trigger weight is either between 1.8 to 2 kilograms, and the trigger reset distance is 4 millimeters. That's for the Ra9. I haven't shot this yet. Tomorrow we'll find out. I'll do a video when I'm at the range as far as this firearm. But I like the feel of it in my hands. I'll show you that it's unloaded as well. See, can I get that in there? It's clear, no mags, nothing in the barrel. So, I oiled it up real good. Real tight because it's new. Just get a few rounds through it, but it does feel good in the hands. Versus the SAR9 we have here. Get your specs on that. SAR9 barrel length is 4.4 inches. And they give me a barrel length on the specs I pulled up online. Overall length 7.5. This is 7.55, so they're not getting into depth or detail as far as the length, because I think they're about the same. It's just the barrel on the SAR protrudes a little more out the front. You can see that. Versus this, it's a hair over, but it's not as. It's more flush than the SAR. So overall length 5.5, overall width 1.4. So it is slightly wider than the Ranger Ra9. And the weight is 27.8 ounces. I did pull out my scale. And we're gonna check this out here. I'll put this in ounces. I'm gonna weigh the Ra9. Okay, we got 1 pound, 10.4 ounces. That's for the Ra9. Then we got the SAR9. You got 1 pound, 8.8 ounces. So the Ranger 9 is a little heavier. I think that's, as far as the slide to kind of control recoil, put a little more weight on it versus the SAR. Even though the SAR is very immaculate as far as recoil, you can reset on your shots and basically land one on top of the other. Haven't had a problem with my SAR. Very reliable, steel case ammo, full metal jackets, hollow points, all grains, plus P, run perfectly fine through the SAR. Tomorrow will tell. Now this gun, the specs on, let's see if it gave me, I knew it was a monoblock system, so the trigger and everything leading back to the grouping is all one piece. Once the pins are removed, that whole trigger system could come out of this gun. But they do, I'll try to put them side by side as far as, SAR is slightly longer. I don't know if you can see that. And I got it butted up to the back of the slide. Sights look the same, except for the front sight. But it's a little more sleek on the top because of the milling on the slide. It's not as blocky as the SAR. You can see they milled some of the weight off, but it's still a heavy slide. The inner workings, or as far as the slide itself, is different. I'm gonna disassemble this off camera so they don't remove my videos. This one, difference is with this one, it doesn't have to come all the way off the front of the slide. Just move it forward a little bit and lift up. See, can't really show you everything, but pops right off the top. Now, as far as the inner workings, you got your firing pin block. They are very much different. Dual recoil springs on both. This does have a firing pin block that's pretty hefty. And we look at the rails and working as far as the trigger mechanisms inside. Being that it's a monoblock system, it's, I guess, slide release, all that's connected, all that comes out. So what you're seeing is black all the way around. That whole is all connected. Even on top, it's all connected. SAR, it's not a monoblock system. You can see that better like that. Alright. So it's just a new gun on the market. I was very interested in it. Made in Turkey. See, I'm so used to my other guns. I'm trying to put it together the way the other guns work. Let's see. See it there? It's back on. Now, as far as trigger, I like the trigger on this. I haven't shot the gun again, but just dry firing it does feel good. So I'll show you that. You got a trigger safety. Squeeze the trigger. Reset. It's not really an audible click, but you can feel it. And it's very short, a little spongy. You try to find that wall. So I'm gonna take my finger, let's do it this way. So it's right there. It works much faster than the SAR. Try the SAR. So SAR is a little spongy. SAR doesn't have the best trigger, but they do have modifications or upgrades as far as the trigger. You can purchase one and it'll shoot flawless and actually make the gun better. But I'm comfortable with my factory trigger, so there's no problem. But just want to shoot a video real quick. As far as the Ra9, does have finger grooves on the grip. It's not overly, how you say, aggressive on the grip, but you're able to get a good purchase on this firearm. I like the camo, and it stands out. Also, you do have a indicator, supposedly to let you know it's a round in chamber, but I've put rounds in chamber and the red still shows just the way it's looking right now. I can't really tell a difference. I can't feel a difference as far as the extractor on here. Does it push out a little more? So, I mean, other than that, you probably will have a press check. This gun is so stiff, it's very hard. You can check that way, but to each his own. I don't, but well, that's all I have for right now. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Got a big range date. Go have some fun. Keep you posted on latest and greatest. Peace out.